The cabin buzzed with chatter as passengers boarded the red-eye flight from New York to London. Everything seemed ordinary, until one sharp, echoing slap froze time mid-air. A teenage black boy stood silently, one hand on his cheek, stunned by the assault from a furious flight attendant. Passengers gasped. Phones emerged. Whispers rippled through the cabin. "Disrespectful little brat," the attendant snapped. But what she and the rest of the crew didn't know was that the boy she just struck wasn't just another passenger. He was the only son of the airline's CEO. And in less than 10 minutes, everything would change. 7-year-old Jordan Walker wasn't flashy. Despite being heir to a multi-billion-dollar airline empire, he dressed in hoodies and jeans and preferred blending in over standing out. On this flight, he sat in first class, not because he asked to, but because his father insisted on his safety. Jordan had asked for a blanket. The flight attendant, Amanda, responded with a scowl. "If you want extra service, maybe try flying private." He was confused but polite. "Ma'am, That's when the slap came. "Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this." Other passengers, many of whom had witnessed the aggression, were shocked. But Amanda, drunk on entitlement, didn't flinch. "People like you don't belong in first class anyway." The captain hadn't even taken off. The gate was still open. Jordan didn't shout or cry. Instead, he pulled out his phone and calmly made one call. The kind of call that didn't go unanswered, especially when the caller's last name was Walker. The phone rang once. "Dad," Jordan said, keeping his voice even. "I need you to hear something." He turned the phone toward Amanda's continuing rant, her words laced with bias and arrogance. In a private boardroom in Manhattan, Gregory Walker, CEO of Skylux Airlines, froze mid-meeting. He stood without a word, grabbed his coat, and walked out. "Emergency on Flight 228, he told his assistant. "Activate full compliance protocol, and notify airport security." Within 5 minutes, the flight had not only been delayed, it was locked down. A stern voice came over the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Law enforcement has been called for a personnel matter." Amanda laughed it off, assuming it was some unrelated delay, until 2 TSA agents and 3 airline security officers boarded and walked directly to her. "You are requested to disembark for questioning," the lead officer said. "Why me? I haven't done anything wrong," she protested. Passengers watched with vindication and discomfort as Amanda and 2 of her fellow crew were escorted off the plane. The cabin fell into a heavy silence. Jordan sat quietly, his phone now tucked away. 15 minutes later, Gregory Walker himself entered the aircraft. The first class was quiet, and no one expected the CEO to appear in person. He walked straight to Jordan, knelt beside his seat, and asked softly, "Are you okay?" Jordan nodded. Gregory then turned to the passengers. "My name is Gregory Walker. I'm the CEO of Skylux Airlines. What happened here today was unacceptable, both as a father and as a leader." He looked toward the remaining flight crew. "I want to assure you, there will be consequences, not just for what happened to my son, but for what it says about how we treat our passengers. All passengers." A round of respectful applause filled the cabin. Gregory exited without saying another word. When the plane finally took off, Amanda and her supporters were already in custody and under internal investigation. The story went viral within hours. Clips of Amanda's slap, Jordan's silent phone call, and Gregory's calm yet assertive response flooded social media. Skylux Airlines issued a public apology to Jordan and all passengers who had ever faced discrimination in the skies. Gregory launched a new training initiative focused on empathy, inclusion, and de-escalation. And Jordan? He returned home quietly, avoiding the spotlight, but not without leaving an impression. He had said almost nothing, yet his calm strength had spoken volumes. Because, sometimes, the loudest statement is made not with a scream, but with a single call and a deep sense of dignity. If you enjoyed this story and found it thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.